It's just grass. I'm parking my SUV wherever I want.
Keep parking it there, Chad. By Monday, you'll get the message.
You think you're bluffing?
I think you're running out of chances.
The mowing stripes were finally perfect again. Before we get into the rest of the story, comment below and tell me what city you're watching from. No tire tracks cutting through them. No crushed grass, no dead patches from hot tires. No SUV sitting on top of work he'd spent hours creating. Just clean, straight lawn stripes, stretching across the yard exactly the way they were supposed to look. For 7 months, every mowing session had ended the same way. He would cut the grass. He would edge the borders. He would clean every line. Then Chad's SUV would roll onto the lawn and destroy it. But not this morning. This morning the lawn was untouched. And the reason was standing in the middle of the street, staring at the empty space where his SUV used to be. For several seconds, Chad didn't move. Then his mouth fell open, and he took off running. Mom, he took a slow sip of coffee. The show was finally starting. A minute later, the front door burst open again. Chad came storming out behind his mother, Eleanor. She was wearing her usual pink robe. Her hair looked like she'd lost a fight with a tornado, but her eyes were blazing. They marched across the street, then stopped dead at the edge of the property, both staring at the survey stakes, the notice board, the photographs, and the empty spot where the SUV had been. Eleanor found her voice first. It wasn't a yell, it was a shriek, a sound so loud it probably scared birds out of 3 different neighborhoods. What did you do? She pointed toward the empty space. What did you do to my son's SUV? He calmly placed his coffee cup on the porch railing, then stepped outside, folded his arms, and smiled. Good morning, Eleanor. Her face instantly turned red. Don't good morning me. What is this? He glanced toward the lawn. Oh, that, he shrugged. It looks like Chad has a parking problem. Neither of them said a word, he continued. And a lawn problem, he pointed toward the grass. And a property line problem. Then toward the survey markers, and possibly a towing problem. Chad finally snapped. You had my SUV towed. He raised an eyebrow. Towed? You make that sound like it was my decision. He pointed toward the county paperwork attached to the board. The tow company made that decision. Then toward another document. The surveyor made that decision. Another. The code enforcement officer made that decision. Another. The property records made that decision. The color drained from Chad's face. For the first time in 7 months, he looked nervous. Eleanor pulled out her phone. I'm calling the police. This is harassment. This is theft. This is insane. You're going to pay for this. He leaned against the porch railing. His smile never moved. Please do. I've been waiting for them. As she screamed into her phone, he walked over to the evidence board. 73 photographs. Security camera footage. Drone images. Survey maps. Certified letters. Every warning he'd ever given them. Every tire track pressed into freshly cut grass. Every mowing stripe destroyed by that SUV. Every section of lawn damaged after he spent hours maintaining it. Every time Chad's SUV crossed the property line. Every time he laughed and said, it's just grass. He looked directly at Chad, then pointed at the lawn. The same lawn Chad had spent 7 months disrespecting. The same lawn he had spent 7 months protecting. Then he pointed at the empty space where the SUV used to sit. No, Chad, it's not just grass. It's property. And after 7 months of treating that lawn like a parking lot, somebody finally decided to enforce the difference. If you were in his situation, would you have waited 7 months or acted sooner? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to follow for more lawn care stories.